How's it going, y'all? My name is Jordan. Today I'm talking about Saw from 2004, the original Saw movie. So I first saw this movie in 2017 whenever Jake Saw came out. I wasn't really expecting too much from it because I knew what the series was all about. I was like, oh, it's just gonna be a bunch of gore, a bunch of crazy traps, like reverse bear trap. I mean, that one's bad, but I mean, like, compared to the other ones that are on the series, yeah, that's pretty much nothing. So, whenever I went into this movie, I wasn't really expecting much from it. But since I haven't seen it in like 3 or 4 years, I went ahead and watched it again a few days ago. And I gotta say, it's still really good. This is still a really good movie. Like, I might even consider it like a more modern classic, because the movie isn't even like 20 years old yet. So I'll go ahead and start off with the pros of this movie. So this movie, it isn't a torture movie yet. That's what I was expecting from it. I was expecting all the traps and stuff. There are traps in this movie, but it's not the focus of the film. Like, the film is more focused on its characters and actually telling a story. And it's actually really interesting. Like, the movie, they start off just locked in a bathroom. Compared to Saw 2, which I have seen, where they're just exploring around the house, there's more going on. I actually liked this movie more, and I was more invested in this movie's story, even though they were stuck in a bathroom the whole time. The hook is really good, because they're just trapped in a bathroom. You have no idea what's going on. You don't know why they're there. You don't really know why these characters are locked up in this bathroom, so you're invested. You want to find out why. And that's like what's really, really cool about this movie. Like, they didn't need all these crazy traps to make a good movie. They had some good special effects, but that wasn't the focus of it. They had a good story going. And then the other good thing is that if you're worried about them being stuck in the bathroom the whole time, yeah, they are. But the movie also has a bunch of flashbacks, which I feel like for some movies this can be really bad. Like, if you look at It Too, okay, I haven't seen this movie since it came out in theaters, but what I remember from It Too was that the flashbacks didn't really add anything to the story. It was just like a bunch of stuff from whenever they were kids, and I didn't like that. It was slowing things down. It didn't really have anything to do with the story. It's just like, okay, this is cool. I just kind of wish y'all did this in the first movie, or we just didn't even have these scenes at all. Like, there was no reason for them to be there. Or at least have like 30-second like flashbacks. Don't spend so much time on them. But the way this movie does the flashbacks is that, okay, have you ever seen that video where the grandma gives her grandkid a roll of toilet paper, and he gets all mad at his birthday, like, oh, why'd I get a piece of toilet paper? As he keeps rolling down the toilet paper, more money keeps coming out. As these flashbacks keep rolling along, you find out more about these characters, you find out more about the story. That is why they work this time. It's not like It Too where they're pointless. These flashbacks work for the story, and it makes things interesting, because like, they'll show one scene of the flashback, then they'll show like another scene, and they'll show more of it, and then you learn more about these characters. Some of the flashbacks are also pretty suspenseful. Like, whenever these people are getting kidnapped in the pig mask, like, not gonna lie, I did jump a little bit. Like, the suspense is pretty good in this movie. Like, I don't think it's everywhere in the movie, but for the scenes that it's in, it's pretty good. Just the main thing I really liked about this movie was that, unlike the sequels, they don't just give themselves off to the traps and just do whatever kinds of traps they can to get people to keep watching. They actually keep you invested with a good story. And I really enjoyed that with this movie. There was more to it than just someone slicing off their arm or whatever. Now to the cons, because this movie isn't really perfect, alright? Like, it's really good, but I still think there are a few flaws to it. Now, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen this movie, even though it's like, how old? 2004? So almost like 17 years old. Dang, this movie's old. This movie is kind of old. So there's a plot twist at the end where John Kramer stands up off the ground, and he has he has like this fake wound on his head and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't really a fan of it. Like, it seemed kind of, I don't know. It's just like, bro, you're serious? Like, you were laying there for like 8 to 10 hours, not moving a muscle? Like, I mean, maybe you could be asleep or something, but even whenever you're asleep, like, you could probably, like, let out a fart or, like, roll around a little bit. Like, I don't know, just to me that, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. That's not me saying I didn't like the door slam, though. The door slam at the end where he goes, game over, and slams the door. That was actually really good. I really liked that scene. And then, you know, that da-da-da theme playing, that's good. So, yeah, I didn't really like the twist ending. I feel like maybe there could have been a better way to reveal John Kramer. But at the same time, like, I don't know any other way to reveal him. This is a bit of a nitpick, but the way they throw in the movie, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not going to say they can't catch, because maybe they can. But these are just really bad throws. Every time they're like, hey, give me a key or something, they'll be like this. Throw me the ball.
Okay.
What? Yeah, it's a nitpick, but it did come across my mind a few times while watching the movie. Like, oh my gosh, like, bro, what? Like, your aim is way off. Something else I also didn't really care for was, like, the reasons why they were locked up in there. Like, what's his name? I think his name was, like, Zepp or something. This dude seemed like a cool guy. Like, the doctor was like, this patient has something. And then Zepp was like, his name is John Kramer. Like, he's trying to stand up for the guy. Like, he just isn't a patient. This is John Kramer. I know this guy. And then John Kramer throws him in to play this game. I'm like, why? Why was he picked? I didn't understand that. To me, it just didn't really make any sense. But to be honest though, I think this could be like a bit of an inconsistency with the sequels. Like, maybe their original plan was to make Jigsaw a little more insane, a little more cuckoo in the head. So, like, that would have made his character a little scarier if you think about it. Like, you know how it's scary how Michael Myers, like, kills people for no reason? They got rid of the whole Laurie Strode sibling thing to make it scarier. Like, we don't understand why Michael Myers does the things that he does. That might have been what they were trying to do with Jigsaw, like how he'll take somebody who made one little mistake and then just punish them for it. So that could have been their original plan, but then whenever the sequels came around, they decided, no, Jigsaw's only going to be throwing in people into this game that really deserve to be in this game. So that's my review for Saw. So what grade am I going to give it? I'm going to give it a B+. I highly recommend it. Like, if you're afraid of watching Saw because you think they're all going to be super gross, I'd say at least give this one a shot, then don't watch any of the other ones. Because I've seen like a Watch Mojo video of like the top 10 traps, and that angel wing trap, that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. I really want to close out with a bro fist, but that's Pete's. That's his outro, so I don't know, just have a high five instead or something. Alright, see y'all next time. Bye. Oh my gosh, I'm so good at basketball. Ugh. No, hold on, I swear I'm good. Ugh.